Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camp and Tactical Nut here. Today we're here to talk about the Princeton Tec Byte headlamp. And so let's just go ahead and jump into this. I have had this for a couple of years now and I have absolutely enjoyed using it. And so hopefully with me running through this with you, you'll understand why. Now, it's only a 200 lumen light, but made in the USA, which is always awesome. But it also has white and red light capabilities. For me, that's awesome. And for a lot of you, it will be the same. So let's just go ahead and look at the headlamp. You're going to go ahead and have, here's your power button, the way you're going to control it, your light output. This is going to be where your battery goes. On this side, you just down. You got two AAA batteries. The only ding I'm going to give them is I wish it was an internal battery instead of these additional batteries that you have to put in yourself, because everywhere I go, this is a personal preference, by the way, I carry a power bank every time I'm outdoors because, one, I film for YouTube. I got to power cameras, lights, all of the kind of stuff. And because of that, I would rather internal battery. But for a lot of people, I'm sure having the external batteries maybe serve them better, but for me, that's just the way it goes. But it's lightweight, has two functions, two modes for both the white and light options, the white and red light options. So I'm going to read off the stats to you real quick. On high, in the white mode, you have 200 lumens, 3.4 hours runtime, 39 meter distance, and 54-hour reserve time on the battery. For the low mode, you have 50 lumens, 11 hours runtime, 23 meters in distance, and 60 hours reserve battery. For the red light, on high, you have 3 lumens, 66 hours of runtime, 3 meters distance, 2 hours reserve time, and on low, 1 meter out or 1 lumen output, 140 hours on runtime, 1 meter in distance, and 10 hours in reserve battery. Now, so for like the red light, the reason why I like that, if you're hunting, you want to hike out to where you're going to be setting up, you're going to be doing this at night, you don't want to light a lot of light around you that can be seen from a distance, which is the bonus of red light. But that's if you know where you're going. If you're just exploring, red light is not your friend. You need a white light so you can actually see where you're going if you don't know. But with the second option is you're not blowing out your night vision. You can read a map. You can be around camp and you can do everything that you need to do close up with the red light because you're not blowing out your night vision, and then you can turn the light off and you can still continue about doing your camp chores or doing whatever, and you don't have to worry about taking a large amount of time or a period of time waiting for your eyes to adjust again. So when it comes to running the flashlight, if you just hit the light once, you turn on the red, and then click it again, and you have to do it in kind of rapid succession. So you go from low or high to low, and then once again you click it to turn it off. And then when you want the white mode, you hold it down and then click it again. So at least you start off in low mode with the white light and then go to the high mode, because I do not like lights that start off in the high mode, because then you're going to blind yourself potentially at night. And you got to wait for your eyes to adjust and all that kind of stuff again. So all my lights, I always start off in the lowest mode, just because you don't need that much light once your eyes have adjusted to the dark, but also because I don't blind myself and I have to sit there and wait a while trying to power through the modes to get to the one that I actually need. So this has been an excellent light, I'm telling you. I wish the waterproof rating was a little higher. IPX4, okay, it can rain a little bit and you're fine. I would like a little bit higher proof rating, but for the price point you get this at, I mean, literally, if you have rain gear on, you can pull the hood over where this is. Like literally, typically I'm going to run my hat backwards just because I'm going to want to be able to, like, as you can see, this angles up and down. For a lot of the modes, I want to see down in front of me, and so that's why I'm going to turn my hat backwards so I can actually see that. But a hood from a rain jacket or any kind of rain gear is going to cover it enough to, if you're going to need to see just in front of you, maybe not out of at a distance so much. But I'm telling you, this has been a really great light. I'm going to wait till it gets dark. Shouldn't be too long from now, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I'm also going to preface it. I say this in every flashlight video. Anybody you ever watch in a flashlight video review, they're all going to tell you the same thing, that cameras do not do flashlights justice. You can usually see way more in person than what you can on the camera, but I'm going to take you through the steps and show you what it looks like in person and at distance or lack of distance, that kind of thing, because at least you'll have a general idea. If you have any experience with flashlights and headlamps at all, you will understand that the cameras don't do it justice and that you're going to see a lot more than what you're seeing on camera. But I still like to show the demo anyway, just so you at least have an idea. All right. Get back to you in just a little bit as soon as it gets dark, and then give you my final thoughts. Okay, so what we're looking at is the back of my house. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the white light. This is the low setting. You're looking about 8 to 10 feet away from the back of the house. Hopefully it's showing up better on the camera, but we'll go through. This is the high level. So, as I was telling in the description, the distance on this is not really far, but at 200 lumens, this is going to be fine for what you need for close-up things, EDC, being around camp, all that kind of stuff. Night hiking and all that other kind of stuff. Obviously, you're probably going to want higher lumens when you know where you're, like, if you don't know where you're going. But once you're, turn this around, there's a tree that's right behind me. It's literally, I can see my entire backyard because the beam is wide enough, but you're not looking at a really long distance, right? Or at distance in general. But with the red light, oops, sorry. The red light, I'll face the camera because this is meant for close distance reading, being able to, I don't have anything in my hand to read, but as you can see, if I had a map or something that I needed to read or do up close, I could easily do that. And then this is the brighter version of the same thing. So if I needed to wear this on my head and look down, like I could be hands-free doing the exact same thing, right? Being able to see what's going on in front of me and do things I need to do hands-free. I could do things around camp. I could start a fire. I could get stuff ready, pack gear up, like all that kind of stuff. Like, it just sucks that cameras suck at, you know, showing what flashlights are capable of. But I'm telling you right now, anything up close, if you don't want to blow out your night vision, you got stuff you got to do, this works incredibly well, right? So, this is the best I can give you for what a camera can show you. But red light, good for not taking out your night vision, good for letting you do things up close, good for not having animals or people see you from a distance because this light doesn't travel nearly as far. But then having the white light that can give you more distance, more things around camp when you're not not worried about animals seeing you on your way into hunt, or you're not night hiking, but you're doing things around camp. This is going to be everything that you need. I promise you. All right. So now back to my final thoughts. Okay guys, as you can tell from the video, first off, just have to mention, if you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, do all the things. It helps with the algorithm. It helps me get to have the ability to keep getting new gear to bring to you so that I can test it and review and tell you whether it's worth buying or not and how it's worked for me. But for me, this has been an awesome light. I'm going to have to highly recommend it. I bought this with my own money. I've had it for a few years. Can't believe I haven't reviewed it by now. But I'm telling you, well worth the money. It's not very expensive, very budget friendly, even for being made in the USA. And I'm telling you, being able to support an American business like this is very near and dear to my heart. I love doing it when I can. There's just some products that it's really hard to find to be made in the USA, and flashlights are one of them, just like computers, phones. There's a bunch of different things electronic wise that are difficult to find in the United States. And so when I can do this, I love to do it. So I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Again, highly recommend it. Check them out, and then make sure you leave a comment about what you think. If you've had any experience with it, please let me know, because this is what helps get the conversation going about lights and about people's experience and whether they think it was worth it or not as well. All right, guys. In the meantime, be prepared, have fun, and check out Princeton Tec Byte.